Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Back again. Happy Saturday. Hope y'all are enjoying your day. If you have the day off, enjoy your day, or you have the weekend if you're working. Try to have a good weekend anyway. But back in here to talk about what's just going on in the world, in the USA today. Our current president, well, there is like a back and forth with the US and Russia lately, and apparently, a former leader of Russia said something to get our current president irritated. And so I hear that he's sending like two nuclear submarines, I guess, near Russia waters. Don't sound good, does it? And I think Russia be thinking the USA be bluffing because our current president does go back and forth. He flips back and forth with tariffs. He will say, "Oh, we're gonna set this tariff, into motion on a certain date," and then the date change or the amount change. So it's a lot of back and forth. So I think sometimes other countries may not take him very seriously with the tariffs statements sometimes. So Russia, when I look at Putin, that man you don't want to play with. I just look at him. He don't care what you say. I don't think he takes our current president seriously. And also, Putin got friends. He got other countries that can't stand the USA. He got North Korea, and that leader be itching to send off a nuclear weapon our way. He be itching. He be testing all the time. He just want to start something with us. China, we've been irritating China. We've been irritating them. So I know that Putin has friends. That would be, I think, China, North Korea, Iran. Iran can't stand our current administration. Can't stand. So, yeah, I know Putin had friends. He got some African nations that's his friends too. They can't stand us. Or, Putin can't stand the USA or some of the European nations who are in NATO. Can't. I be watching world news. He doesn't think very highly of the USA. He think we are sinful nature and nation and nature. I've watched a speech because I watch a lot of world news where they translate what he's saying. He doesn't think highly of us at all. He think we're a sinful nation. Yeah, he don't like us at all. So I wouldn't play with Putin. And when I look at Putin, you ever see how he walks? He got this cool walk. Kind of remind me of the George Jefferson walk. It's like a cool walk. He'd be moving. And you know what he does for fun? They have this thing, I don't know what it's called, but it's a certain time of year. They go into very icy cold water. That's a sport. Taking a dip into that. I was like, whoa. Yeah, just jumping in there. And I don't like the cold because I'm a tropical girl. I like, tropical weather. That's why I live in certain areas where it don't get too cold. The coldest that I could stomach is like 50 to 65. You start to drop lower than that, I'm like, ooh, it's getting kind of uncomfortable here. Yeah, so I wouldn't mess with Russia. Because I don't think Russia would be the only one coming at us. I think Russia would bring their friends. I wouldn't mess with that man. When I look at that man, he be like, what he says he's going to do. And he's playing, I think, our current president for a fool. I'm just saying. you would have thought that they were friends because of that was one of his campaign speech that, oh, all of these wars and all that would be stopped. When he got in, I don't see nothing happening. I don't see nothing happening there. Okay, next thing. Okay, the job report came out on Friday, and it was showing very weak, not good. And I completely believe it. A lot of these companies have laid off people. And then when Doge went into action, I believe started January, a lot of government workers, people who thought they would have never lost their jobs, lost their jobs. There's a lot of people out there looking for work. And when the market is flooded with a lot of people with no jobs, there's not going to be enough roles out there for them unless you are trained in a certain area. And then some of the jobs out there do need special skills, do need special schooling. And if you don't have that, you either have to go back to school or learn a trade or do something completely different. And now they have this AI thing. You know, AI is great as far as like, oh, you know, you're writing an email, you may think it's too harsh. You might put in there, oh, make it more professional and nice. And it does it for you, and it be coming out with some, you put what you wanted to say in it, and it's do a spin on it, and it sounds so nice. Because sometimes, you know how sometimes you send out an email or a text and you kind of on the harsh side, it will clean that up real quick for you. And so AI is taking away a lot of people jobs in other forms. So, you know, yeah, so artificial intelligence, they call it. It's a computer. You know, we're human. We can make mistakes. We can't compete with AI. You know, AI doesn't get tired. Humans get tired. So there's a lot of like the simpler jobs that didn't require a lot of education and so forth can go away. Amazon is replacing workers with robots. Robots don't get tired. Humans do. So, yeah, I believe the job report. So now, you know, he's firing, well, I think he has fired the, I believe the title is Labor Statistics Chief. I believe that was the title. So he lost his job. So there's somebody else out of work. So they got to be out there looking for work and have to file unemployment or whatever that person may have to do. So another one bite the dust as far as not having a job. So, and let's see what else is happening. I keep hearing that our current president wants the Nobel Peace Prize, and I believe the Israel, is it the president, the leader of Israel, have nominated him. So I'm like, okay, you know, Nobel Peace Prize is usually people that are doing really great things in the world. I mean, okay, our current president is well known, but he's well known for a lot of negative things as well, doing negative things. And sometimes he doesn't, to me, doesn't like to take accountability, you know. And then the people around him, I wish he had some wise people around him. They're more like yes people, like you know, whatever he says is yes. It might be right or wrong. They will say agree to it, and that's a true leader would want wise people around them to tell them the truth, even when it hurts. It kind of reminds me of this folk tale. It's a children's story, and a lot of children's story has morals, and it's great to teach them a lesson. The one that reminds me kind of the current administration is the Emperor New Clothes. The Emperor's New Clothes. So it's a folk tale, a story told to children, can tell to adults too. You can learn something from it. You know, basically two con men, well, they were acting acting as seamstress or tailor. They said they could make this a new clothes, like a new outfit for the king, to make him look amazing. But this new clothes that they said it was supposed to be invisible, but it was comment. It was nothing, and he had wise people around him. He sent, I think, apparently a wise old man to go see it. The man went to see what they were making. He couldn't see nothing. He couldn't see nothing. And they were like, oh, how is it or whatever. And then he kind of just like went with them. Oh, it looks great. Whatever. He didn't see a thing. He probably think, I might have to go check my eyesight. I didn't see a thing. And he goes back to the king and tell him, oh, it's coming along great. It looks great. When I believe the king went down, eventually when this was supposed to be completed, and he did like a walk down, like a parade kind of thing, showing his new clothes. The man was walking down the street naked, and a little boy had to point out that the man didn't have on any clothes. And then, basically he was like a laughing stock. People were like laughing at him because the little boy said, this man don't have on no clothes. So our current president need wise people around him that will tell him the truth, not tell him what he wants to hear. Tell him the truth. And I don't think he has that right now. He doesn't. I don't think so. Anyway, and he's and then he doesn't take accountability. If people are asking him questions, he's always blaming the past administration. Okay, he would blame Biden because that's the one that's the most recent, but he would go all the way back to Obama. And is it because you're jealous of that person that you bring up his name so much? I don't know. And I do believe Obama is more well-liked than him. I'm just saying. I know he has his followers, but just saying. And the last thing I want to share a Bible verse today, just to share it. It's great to read the Bible if you're a believer or just to get knowledge. Proverbs 11:2. When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom. People should try being humble sometime, and sometimes try to listen, because sometimes you listen to someone, you get really good guidance. You get good guidance, Sometimes your thoughts are flawed, and you need help. You need help, somebody that is skilled, who have knowledge in that area. If you don't have knowledge in that area, you can make an unwise decision. Anyway, guys, you all have a good weekend. Please like and share. Stay safe out there. Subscribe. See y'all later. Bye.